up, Leo? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive TeaCup. So happy to have all my Leo friends here with me today. We are here to do your November into December love tarot readings. So as always, keep in mind, guys, these are general messages. Not everything I say will resonate with you. I can just about guarantee you that. Pieces and parts of it likely will. I hope lots and lots of it does. But with general messages, we're casting a wide net. I can only read for the energies that come through in this reading. So, as always, only take away messages that you feel are for your best and highest good. Intuitively, Leo, you will know what those messages are. I welcome you to come into this with an open heart and an open mind. If you knew all the answers, you wouldn't be here, right? And it's important too because sometimes messages will resonate for you later down the line, in a few days, in a few weeks, even in a few months, right? So if something strikes a chord later, fantastic, take it and run with it. That means it was your message. And if not, you can release anything that doesn't seem to be serving you. You can drop it like it's hot. All right, Leo. Leo in love. Messages for their best and highest good for my Leo squad. Everything you need to know will be in the description box below, including the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media. Check me out on the Intuitive TeaCup on Facebook and Instagram. For Leo in love. If you don't currently have a person, this could represent somebody coming in your future. It could also be someone presenting who was a key player from your past, right? So we'll see what we can get. Leo, you are presenting as Knight of Cups in the second half of November into December. The Knight of Love, right? He carries his love. He carries his emotions on his sleeve. He tends to be sometimes like hopeless romantic, a little bit dreamy, Piscean energy, right? Water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. You may have that strong in your chart. I just instantly got you're thinking about someone from your past, Leo, potentially an Aries. Interesting. All right. An Aries, it doesn't have to be. The Emperor is a card of Aries, though. It can sometimes represent our career. It can sometimes represent fatherhood, right? You may be reaching out to someone who you potentially want to build a family with. For those who are divorced or have an ex, you may be at least communicating in some capacity with somebody from your past that maybe was the father of your child, or vice versa, right? So you were the mother, or however it works for you. Yeah, interesting. I don't know why, but something about this immediately is to me is talking about your past. Okay, and I am reading for love, but because this message came through, you may be going towards a career that somehow you got like sidetracked from, or it got lost kind of on the sidelines, and only recently you've discovered that like your heart is in alignment with that again, and you've always wanted to be a singer, you've always wanted to be a dancer, and so yeah, in that transitional like November to December month, there may be some sort of calling you have to go after some sort of career from your past. That's not going to be for all of you. But yeah, for some of you, it's Aries, or even, again, it's love. It doesn't have to be romantic love. It could be reconciling with a father who you've had a difficult relationship with, extending your heart, extending your love, extending your cup, some sort of reconciliation or reunion. Interesting. Let's throw something else on it. There was something else I was going to say, and I just lost track of it. What was it? Ooh, oh no, it fell. Oh, sorry, guys. 1 second. Where did it go? Oh my gosh, it went far. Sorry. Oh, interesting. Complacency. All right. I am so sorry. I think I shook the camera like 9,000 times. You got to see my cool little arm tube. I'm good. I'm fine. Just getting some IV cocktails. That's all. All right. So back to your reading. I almost called you Pisces. You might be dealing with a Pisces. Back to your reading, Leo. Complacency. This is, okay, so this is whoever, if it resonates, this is whoever you're going towards. It's someone who's really distraught and heartbroken because they don't believe that they could have a second chance with you, Leo. There's something here about they are living in major regret or discomfort, or there's something about it where they don't think you would ever extend an act of kindness to them or communicate with them because there's some sort of remorse or regret because they were too stubborn. They were too stuck in their ways, and it's like they're so stuck in their ways, they're not even willing to like consider the idea of trying to like reconcile or make peace with you, because it's like they see it as they've dug themselves so far deep in the hole, there's no getting out. And like they're very headstrong. With Aries, that makes sense. You might be dealing with an Aries, it's possible, another fire sign. Yeah, it's something about they've dug themselves so deep and they're so in their head about it that they don't see the light of day. It's like they have resigned themselves to a life of looking out a window being like a sad old woman, right? In metaphor, right? Whether they're male or female, whether they're young or old. This is sort of like, well, this is my life. This is my, it's almost like I've dug my grave and now I have to lay in it. But what they don't realize is they might not see it coming. In fact, I don't think they do. Sorry, guys, my camera froze. They don't see it coming, and I think a lot of my Leos are at least looking to make peace of this situation, if not pursue it and try and get something up and off the ground again. Again, for some of you, that might be romantic. For some of you, this might be trying to reconcile like a friendship or get a friendship out of it. It's like, bring love and peace and harmony back to this relationship. Nights bring change and movement into our life. What's interesting is this change and movement is headed towards the past, and I do want to say it's someone from the past who, even the color representation in these cards, right? The red, it could be another fire sign. I mean, it could represent you, but I think this is who you're moving towards. It could be a mother and a father. It could be a grandmother and grandfather, you know, whoever. It could be your siblings. It could be an ex. They're not in a great state right now, and so it's very interesting that, like, it's almost like you're marching in to make the situation right. It's very bold. It's very Leo. All right, so let's check on your person. What's going on with them? Chariot. All right, so the card of Cancer. Interestingly enough, it's like a card of forward movement. I want to clarify it instantly because that's not the vibe I'm getting from them. The Ace of Cups. All right. So what's driving your person forward is love. An opportunity at new love. It could also be spirituality and creativity. Okay, interesting. They want it, but they don't know how to get it. They want it, and okay, that makes sense. That's what I was getting, is like they're sitting in their throne not moving. It's like they're hoping to attract it, but they're not putting in the action or the effort to do it. It's similarly, it's like they're sitting in their car and the key is in the ignition, but they're not stepping on the gas. There's something that's giving them pause, and it's because they see this opportunity as so precious and fragile, they don't want to screw it up. And there's something about, again, in their head, they believe that they don't deserve it. Even subconsciously, that can be our cups, right? Our emotions. Subconsciously, they don't think they deserve it, or they don't think they could ever achieve it. They don't think they could ever get it. So yeah, interestingly enough, your person, double water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, doesn't have to be. It's too pure for them to touch. And that, Leo, may be why they rejected you at the beginning, is because they thought you were too pure of heart. They thought you were too kind. They thought you were too good for them. It was almost like this, you're better than me and I don't want to screw up your life mentality. Everything I touch turns to shit. It's that type of like, I don't want to infect you with my disease type thing. And ooh, Leo, because that came out of my mouth, there might be something to that. Like they may have had like an STD or something like that. It could have been like that. Yeah, interesting. Let's throw something else on your person. What an interesting reading this is. The Chariot, though, is typically a card of victory. So that's the irony here, is like they don't believe that they can touch this gold. They don't believe that they can achieve this happiness and this dream. But if they're presenting as the Chariot, it's almost a guaranteed victory. But they have to believe it themselves, right? They have to have hope and faith and some sort of spirituality or some sort of like belief in something greater than themselves. That's sort of what's stopping them up. It's so funny. In almost all my readings, there has been at least one player where I've used the term a crisis of faith. I think that's your person. They don't know what to believe anymore. And to the point where like they've resigned themselves to sit in like this cold winter state of like eternally, like eternal winter. It's like they're frozen. They don't know how to move. They don't know how to thaw out, but it's like they want that flowing love. They want that change of the season. They want that new beginning, right? That's the bottom of their deck, is chaos. This person views themselves as like a tornado, as like a whirlwind. Something about everything they touch. Again, this is all in their mind, right? This isn't necessarily true, but they believe that they are like a bad omen or they are like a magnet for bad luck. And so it's almost like they wanted to save you the heartache. They wanted to save you the hassle, Leo, by removing themselves from your life or from the situation. I think maybe, so that you could succeed, so you could have a victory, right? But I don't know. I do almost want to say that, like, they're isolating themselves, but you may actually have something to offer them, at least in like the realm of healing, of kindness, of friendship, that they probably actually really need. And I'm not advocating going back to someone who's a narcissist who, was abusive in any sort of way, physically, mentally, emotionally, right? So, please don't twist the words around, right? Tell me about Leo's person here. What do we need to know about Leo's person? Ugh, they had a lot of cards. Yeah, too many cards, sorry. They had like 7 come out. I can't read that many. Not in the 20-minute reading. Tell me about Leo's person in clarity, please. Give me a clear card for Leo's person. What do we need to know about them? For Leo's person. Fulfillment. Something about like dying on the vine, dying on, it's like fruit that turns sour and shrivels up. Even the coloring. Okay, it's presenting as the word fulfillment because it has to do with what they can provide to you. You are their wish fulfillment in some capacity, but they don't believe the opposite is true. They don't think that they could like, fill that void in your life, or that's a weird way of putting it. They don't think that they could offer you any sort of fulfillment in your life. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, they like to they don't like to, but they isolate themselves because they feel like this person has, I have to be honest, Leo, they have a lot of self-hatred or a lot of self-doubt to the point where it's debilitating. Like they're isolating themselves from like society or from their friends or from their family because something about it, they believe that they've like muddied the waters and that there's no going back. And it's interesting that I use that term muddy the water because this is like love ever flowing. It renews, it refreshes itself, it like revives and is healing. So whatever false belief they have that like, the waters have run red, right? That's kind of like this dark metaphor for what we're talking about here. There is chance for them to get out of this headspace and out of this maybe unhealthy lifestyle. They may have addiction issues. They may have struggle with alcoholism. That's very possible. What they don't realize is that there's a chance for progression and forward movement here, but they are being so drowned. I keep all these water metaphors. They might be a water sign. They're being so drowned in their darker energy. With the Chariot, we also have the dark horse and the light horse, or the dark Sphinx and the light one, right? There needs to be a balance between the two because every human being has dark and light energies, right? It's in our makeup. Those two need to work together in unison, in balance and harmony to move that Chariot forward, right? It's all about our internal balance, but it's like this metaphor of these horses need to work together. That's what the problem is with your person. You like, look at these. It's very interesting. It's almost like metaphorically the 2 cups, right? The dark cup and the light cup. Look, the card is literally bigger. It's like their dark energy is winning right now. Their dark energy is drowning out like the light, the good, the spiritual, right? The love, the hatred. It's like overshadowing. It's overpowering this person's headspace. Your person is not balanced right now. It's a little bit dark. So let's see what's between you. It's their energy is so dominating though, like it's even showing up in your spread. That's what's interesting here. Is like you had 1 card show up in yours, but it's like you're trying to heal or move forward in love or again, like reunite with this person potentially from your past or your family who's just like down and out. It's really dark. So if there's someone in your life that you're worried about and you're considering reaching out to them, I would check on them just to make sure that they're doing okay. What's between you guys is the Magician. Yeah, the power to create something new, right? The Magician holds all the aces. He has the Ace of Cups, which we have here, right? the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. So aces start with us, and the Magician is all about manifestation, the internal spark of what you want to create in life, right? On the Fool's Journey, you have to take some sort of leap of faith into your next chapter, right, of the book you're writing, and then figure out what it is that you want to create. The Magician is very powerful, right? There is the power to create something between you guys, or to, I'm just getting kind of like mixed together in harmony again. If you guys have been isolated, I like seeing the Magician here. Something about it feels very like fresh. And as I was saying, they've like resigned themselves to like this eternal winter. Even the depiction here, it's like it's spring. There's blossom. There's blossoming, there's revival, there's creation. It's very like much like Mother Nature is being created. Things are being brought back out from like the, as I was saying, like the shriveled fruit on a vine that's died out. It's being restored, it's being renewed, it's being revived, it's being regenerated, right? It's being brought back to life. That's really key here. The underlying energy is Four of Pentacles. All right. What I'm getting from this is because somebody was hiding the truth. Somebody was hiding how they really felt. There could have been something about somebody not being good with their money. Somebody maybe, again, if they had like addiction issues, alcoholism, or even gambling issues, or one and the other, right? Like maybe they drank a lot and made really poor financial decisions, something like that. There's an ability to restore that and to... Something about letting it breathe, it's almost like letting this darkness that they've been keeping inside that's overshadowing the light, it's letting it out and into the light so that there can be like balance restored. Metaphorically, it's like opening up this box so that like the sun can come in, and like the sun is a very healing energy, right? It's light, it's spirituality, it's happiness. Again, everything I was saying here, it's like rejuvenation, bringing something back to life. Something or someone that's locked themselves away, that's been locked away in a box, and like the key has been thrown away so you can never be opened. I think you're coming in to like work your magic and open that. And it could be opening like the key to someone's heart, right? As cheesy as that sounds, somebody's in like just like a really dark state here, Leo, and they need help. This could also represent like a counselor or a therapist coming in to like open someone up. In terms of like opening up to let their emotions out, to let their dark side out. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. I am sort of getting like devil energy here, but so let's see what's between this. It's a very interesting reading. I kind of want to throw some more cards on you guys, Leo, because you didn't get a whole bunch, but clearly somebody needs to hear this about their person. So, and maybe cross watchers, maybe this is about your Leo, right? What is between Leo and their person here? What do we need to know in terms of romance? What is between Leo and their person? Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Yeah, I think your person still wants to, again, in terms of romance, your person still wants to be with you, or has some sort of feelings that they never express to you, right? Or again, if it's not romantic, if it's a, father, mother, brother, sister, whatever, friend, they do want to repair this relationship, but they're not speaking it. It's like they're keeping silent because they don't believe that they could ever fix this. They've dug themselves so deep that like it's beyond repair. I don't think most of you feel that way. If you're showing up as the Knight of Cups, there's love in your heart here, Leo. Maybe it's not entirely for this person, but there's something here where you're at least curious to go back and revisit it, even if it's just to make peace with the situation. Express your love, right? That can mean a lot of different things. That doesn't mean, hey, let's get married. Hey, let's be together again. It could just mean like, hey, I forgive you. I'm always going to have love in my heart. Whatever it is, right? This is a general reading. One or both of you isn't expressing how you really feel here. I do think it's mostly your person, but you seem open to the idea of exploring it and moving towards that energy. And again, at least seeing what's there. I mean, the Chariot is typically a card of movement. So the fact that you're both showing up as essentially like catalysts for change, right? There's hope here that your paths could collide again. And, maybe it's like a domino effect, or like I almost want to say like ricochet, like you meet and then maybe it sends you off in a different direction again. Or maybe you meet and you try and work something out and it's magic. You guys create magic together again. This could even be a business partnership that went awry, right? Like maybe there was bad blood somewhere, right? I can't getting blood with this. Maybe there was bad blood somewhere in this relationship, but again, there is some sort of hope or desire to fix it, to repair it, to bring it back to good health. All right. I want to get one more card for you, Leo. I feel like you got shortchanged because your person's energy was so strong. What else do we need to know about Leo presenting as the Knight of Cups? Tell me about Leo. You're willing to do the work. I see 8 of Pentacles. There was something about this person, about your relationship that you did enjoy. It wasn't always easy. In fact, it did require a lot of effort to make it work, but when it worked, it was enjoyable. 8 of Wands, yeah, rapid forward, swift movement. It can be communication, it can be travel. You may have to travel a great distance to see this person. Oh, it could also be if you're traveling home for the holidays, again, to visit like a parent or an aunt or this or that. There might be like distant travel in order to go see this person who's just like sitting alone in their home, all sad and depressed, right? You're being driven with action to express your love, to express something from your heart space. Again, it could be an apology, right? It could be a I forgive you, right? It could be making peace with this person so they don't continue hating themselves and living in this state of like, yeah, just like self-hatred is what's coming up here, particularly with an Aries or a Cancer. All right, what is your advice or guidance, Leo? The 2 of Wands. All right, so 2 different paths that could be taken, a crossroads. It's funny how I was saying it's like you're both are showing up like, if pardon the pun, but like in vehicles, right? It's like you're both in your car. There could be some sort of little like almost collision, right? You like in this metaphor, you come screeching to a halt, right? You get out of your cars, you talk, and then you go your separate ways, right? There's that option, but then there's also this beautiful thing where like you meet in the middle and come together. And then again, in metaphor, I'm speaking, it's like then you decide to hop in the same car and go down together. There's options here of different routes you can take. Let's clarify it to see what this means. No, I don't know why this struck me, but like my fingernails match these little dots on the card. Isn't that funny? Maybe something with your hands is important. I don't know. Maybe you need to extend your hand to this person. I don't know. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. There's multiple paths that could be taken, and then we literally get the card that shows the path with like the golden gate, the opportunity of what lies beyond, where does the future go? Where do we want to grow this seed, right? Seed is an opportunity for a new beginning. It's the Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? Where do we want to plant this seed? In order to get this seed to grow and thrive, right? We need to make sure it has water. We need to make sure it has sunlight, as we were saying, like there's the dark and the light. Balancing the energies of the chariot to get it to move forward. It's this golden opportunity that is being presented to you, Leo, right? This is your spread. Where do you want to take this opportunity? So to me, this is saying this is an opportunity with a person, right? We're reading for love, whether it's romantic or not, right? You have an opportunity to go in it to communicate and make some sort of heart-filled or I don't know how you want to say it. Yeah, heart-filled gesture to this person. What are you going to do with that? Are you making peace with the past so that you can move on and not have to deal with this person anymore? And it is sort of like giving them a token of your forgiveness is what I want to say. Again, this person like feels really guilty or remorse about something, but they're so headstrong. I don't think they would come out and say that to you, Leo. So you're offering maybe them a token of, hey, like, we're good. I forgive you. You don't need to feel this way anymore. And then maybe you move on and maybe that's that. For others of you, Leo, it feels like maybe you're like, hey, do you want to give this another try? Like, you know, we are like, there was something there and we decided to like lock it away and never look back. But like, what if we open the box again? What if we put the key in the hole and tried to do that? That sounded sexual, but you know what I mean? Like, what if we tried to unlock the past and create magic again? What if we try to make this work, right? It's like Tim Gunn, make it work, right? There's something kind of funny about that. Maybe you both are, again, creative artists. I could totally see that in this spread. It's like artistic differences is what like severed the relationship. there might be something, there might be some value or some worth in re-examining like a reunion here, trying to get something up and running, up and off the ground again. It's like you got a flat tire. You both got stuck at the side of the road. It's like you got to work together to fix it. It's like planes, trains, and automobiles. It's like Steve Martin and John Candy, they can make it work together. They're very different, but there's something lovely about their differences that just kind of merge together, right? And I was getting metaphors about traffic and traveling. I don't know, maybe some of you had like a car accident, and that was like the, what do they call it? Like the straw that broke the camel's back, and like, you know what I mean? There may have been something to that. But anyway, this golden opportunity is essentially being presented to you in the coming month or so. And ultimately, like, it's funny, it's saying it's up to you how you want to take it. There is no definitive, you must go this way, you must do that. And I mean, tarot wouldn't tell you that anyway. But it's saying like the power rests with you, Leo. However way you want to take this, it's like you have to follow your intuition in order to know what action to take, how to move forward. And ultimately with wands, passion, right? Where does your passion lie? Does it rest with this person? Or is it like you're revisiting the past so that you can finally go after things in the future with clarity, without any sort of mental or emotional baggage from the past that's drawing you back, right? All right, cool. Let's throw some zodiac signs on it. You definitely have Virgo. You have, who else is in the Magician? It's Virgo and Gemini. Virgo and Gemini. You have Cancer. You have Aries. You have Pisces. Let's see what else we can get. Any other zodiac signs that want to present in this spread for my Leos out there? Bottom of your deck here says stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I actually think that's more for your partner, to be quite honest. I think that's you, Leo, making some sort of like offering to your person. Because they don't see it coming. They think they blew it with you. All right, zodiac signs for Leo's reading, please. Zodiac signs for Leo's reading. Zodiac signs. Okay. So Gemini again. Pisces again. Aquarius. And Gemini. Did we have Gemini twice? Yeah, we did. Double Geminis. You might be dealing with twins. You may be a twin. You may have strong Gemini in your chart too. Or you guys could be twin flames. I could see that too. Or partners, right? Partners in crime, like the yin to your yang. The Steve Martin to your John Candy. All right, guys. That's enough. That's what I got for you. Leos, thank you so much for joining me. Please do like, share, subscribe. That helps me get this channel up and running. I would so appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you, and sending you all my best. Bye, guys.